There we go. Pull it back up, and we should be ready. Let me make sure that actually looks right on my end to be 100% certain. Yep, looks good. Alright, cool. Oh, right. I forgot we can always use the overlay for this as well. So let's actually switch to that. A little bit farther. And there we go. Now we're all fixed up. Excellent. Ooh, that's really loud. One moment. I know the game's quiet, but it's not that quiet. Alright. Welcome back, everybody, to Resident Evil 4, the experiment, if you've not been here for the last stream, of quote-unquote figuring out where Resident Evil went wrong, at least in the main series, because a lot of people consider this to be the last good Resident Evil. So we'll be playing this on Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 5 is the first co-op in the main series. We're not going to count the alternate series for the time being. But that means I may or may not get somebody to play that with me. Same thing with 6. It's co-op as well. We will see. 6 is very much a fun experience if you're just goofing off with somebody in co-op, but if you try to take it seriously, you probably won't enjoy it. Regardless, just thought I'd bring that up. That's another point for another day. In the meantime, let's get started on Chapter 2. If you recall from last time, we beat a boss called Del Lago, which was a giant thing in the lake. And Leon made it back to shore and then promptly collapsed. That looks delicious.
Leon, it's been 6 hours since our last transmission. I was starting to get worried.
Don't you mean lonely? Anyway, I started to feel dizzy, and then I guess I must have lost consciousness.
Lost consciousness? Maybe that has some connection to what the village chief was talking about.
Can't say. But I'm alright now. I'm gonna continue my mission.
So, in the span of one chapter, Leon has managed to fall unconscious. Not once, but twice, because remember he also got captured whenever he just rescued Luis. Brilliant. Anonymous letter. There's an important item hidden in the falls. If you're able to get it, you might be able to get Ashley out of the church. But I'll warn you, the route to the church is not a walk in the park by any means. They've deployed what's called an El Gigante, so God bless. About what's going on in your body, I wish I could help you, but I would. But unfortunately, it's beyond my power. But he was nice enough to leave his handgun ammo. He or she. And I don't think there's anything else in here other than the save. Does not appear to be so. Alright, so what are we looking at for items? I am running actually pretty low on inventory space. That's kind of surprising. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the shotgun for now, just because I'm okay with using up the shells with the shotgun. Again, as I mentioned back in Chapter 1, not a big fan. Now, if I remember right... Yes! That one area across the lake that was locked during the boss fight, you can actually get on the boat and head over there now. Nothing will attack you after you're done with this boss fight on the lake, so... If there's anything you need at the shop or you just want to get the treasure, which I don't see why you wouldn't, now would be a good time to go and get it. This part's all automated right here. We'll see if there's anything we need in a second. For the meantime... I'd hardly call this a puzzle since you can't exactly fail it. But, you know. The green gem. I believe... Yes, it is. That combines with the elegant mask, so that's the first one of those. Hi. Just come in here and take some of your ammo, since you won't sell it to me.
Got some rare things on sale. What are you selling?
Forgot I even had that.
Thank you. Is that all, stranger? Is that... Ah. Thank you. Ah.
And that's all I can sell.
What are you buying?
Good question. What am I buying? Looks like nothing.
What are you buying?
And there's no need for me to tune any of these things up, because I'm not going to use them long term. So we got everything we need from here. Let's get out of here. So how's everybody doing today as we near the end of March? Hard to believe, but yeah, we're already there. Be the 1st of April on a Sunday, so if you're headed to church that day, because it will be Easter Sunday, be prepared to get fooled probably at least once or twice, or some attempt of being fooled. And apparently while you get fooled, Leon will get wet because it is now raining. And like all video game... Or really any... Yeah, I'd say all video games. I was going to say all shooter video games. But really, like all video games that involve rain, it's unusually loud. Oh, that's nice. So there's really one of two ways to deal with this. You can either keep shooting it in the head till it explodes, or use your flash grenade that will insta-kill them. A little bit easier, needless to say, to do that. Oh, he didn't drop anything. Humph. Alright. So at this point in the game, sometimes that will happen when you kill the zombie enemies. Is they'll occasionally get those little things that will pop out of their head. I don't remember what they're called in Resident Evil 4. I do remember in 5, but... Regardless, just see it as an enemy that takes more hits to kill, but you won't know that it's a special enemy type until that actually happens. Whether it does that or not, aside from that scripted one, the first one, is completely random. It will have a higher chance on higher difficulty levels, but it's still no guarantee. Hi! Oh, I can't walk through the fire. That's lame. Yeah, let's start by heading up. Come on, I'm thinking about it. Fabulous. That should be good for the time being. And when the time actually does come where I need to upgrade my guns, which will be, I guess, next stream when I start Chapter 3, I am going to have a lot of money to be able to do so. Now, of course, free that up. Which is where we need to head. Oh no! And that should do it. I forgot they start giving you enemies as well that will actually try to blow flames at you. But if you hit them with good timing, they'll actually just set themselves on fire. Not quite sure how that works, but it's nice that it does. You get the round insignia. Excellent. If you had checked the door back at the church, that would have been the insignia you needed to open the church door.
I've obtained an object that resembles the cult group's insignia.
Wonderful, Leon. Head back to the church. Ashley's safety is our immediate priority.
You'll see why I make that noise soon. If anybody knows anything about Resident Evil 4, and you've not seen this before, it's probably one of two things. It's either the merchant with his famous "what are you buying, what are you selling?" Or it's the fact that Resident Evil 4 features an escort mission in the game, and it's one of the most iconically bad escort missions, and is a representative of it as such. Alright, let's take a look here. I think we're right to go back to the pistol, the rifle for a bit, so we'll do that. Nice, I'll take that. So at this point you might realize there's some stuff over here that I definitely checked on prior to coming here, so that might clue you into the fact it's time for a boss fight.
Rápido, rápido, rápido. Usa los músculos. Rápido, apúrense. Rápido, rápido.
I like how Leona's just watching this happen instead of, you know, actually getting rid of them.
Ay, se vuelve loco. Mierda.
Meet El Gigante. Thankfully, he does not seem to care about wasting these guys, so we won't have to worry about them. But we're still gonna have to take him out. First things first, I'm not meaning to pull that Steam overlay up. And we've got all that on standby in case things get bad. And they probably will, knowing this fight. First thing I'd recommend doing is throwing a grenade at him, honestly. Namely because the grenades stun longer than most of your weapons will. And running with the grenades a little bit faster, to boot. But try to get in the sheds to get stuff if you can, but if you freed the dog way back in 1-1, he'll actually come in to help you. So instead, the guy will be distracted with the dog for a little bit. And that will give you enough time to pick up everything you need. And actually start doing some damage to this guy. Once you do enough damage, he'll have a weak point. So shoot it once, and then climb up on top of him. And start slashing like a madman. I thought I dodged that in time. You may not be able to dodge while you're looking down the scope. You can in some Resident Evils, but not all of them, and I don't remember which ones you can and which ones you can't. So that might prove a bit of a problem. We shall see. Ow. So another option you can do is basically wait for the dog to distract him, because given enough time, the dog will actually be the thing he tries to target. So you have that as an option as well. Once you do enough damage, again, that's why I'd recommend the rifle, because it's high-powered compared to your shotgun and pistol that you have. The other way it might be better is if you've done a lot of upgrades for the pistol, but that would just be because it's got a higher rate of fire and a faster reload at that point. Otherwise, if you're careful with the rifle, that's the best bet, but if you've got a lot of pistol ammo and you want to play a little bit less dangerous, then that's what I'd recommend. And they give you a crap ton of money for it in case you got turned around, which I definitely did. We're headed the opposite way. Sadly, you don't get to see the dog around. The dog just leaves afterwards. You don't even get to, like, pet it or anything like that. Kind of a shame. But the dog does survive, at least. The dog does not canonically die. He just leaves at that point. I don't think you ever see him for the rest of the game. But it's a nice reminder to be kind to animals, no? Speaking of being kind to animals, though, remember we had that dog fighting on our side? Well, I hate to inform you of otherwise, but yeah. Resident Evil is known for its dogs, and they are quite a challenge to deal with, let me tell you. So, let's just not deal with that. Well worth the 2 grenades to get rid of those things. They will drain your health extremely quickly. If you do not have the grenades, well, good luck, first and foremost, if it's your first time playing. But really, any grenade type will work on them. I don't know about Flash, but Incendiary and the regular ones will. If you don't have either of those, your best bet's going to be the shotgun. Something with knockback to send them very far back, because usually you have to deal with multiple at a time. And welcome to the church. There's not much in here. This is a pretty small area. So it's kind of just a case of pick up what you can before continuing on. Don't think we need to go there yet. No, we do need to go there. Okay. Yeah, we can't go either way in this side, so we'll just jump across. Oh, you actually do have to time the jump. Wow, I didn't think they would think that through. I was expecting that to just be an automated cutscene where it's like, oh, no, you could jump from the very back and he'll just fly across the screen. No, you actually have to time it. Well, that's unfortunate. Ah, well. Alright, so basically the puzzle here is to try to create the center insignia, I guess, as it is, and you will rotate these until you figured out exactly where you want them to be in order to make the shape you're looking for. So usually the best way is to look around the outside and just kind of find a segment that you want the outside to sit on. So you've got like this segment right here that's only green, so we've got this segment right here that's only green. And as for blue, I think that's correct. Nope, not quite. I think I have the red one wrong. Yep, sure enough. I had the red one wrong. Alright. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, time to meet the crutch of Resident Evil 4, Ashley.
Ashley,
Don't come!
hey, take it easy.
No! Get away!
Calm down. Everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leon. I'm under the President's order to rescue you.
What? My father?
That's right. And I have to get you out of here. Now come with me. It's Leon. I've succeeded in extricating my subject.
Good work, Leon. I'll send a chopper over right away.
Where's the extraction point?
There's another trail that you can take to get out of the village. The chopper will pick you up beyond there.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Plan Manual 3. Control configuration changes are not reflected here, yada yada yada. So with Ashley, you can either press Z to make her wait, which is she'll just stand where she is, or follow, which she'll just be right behind you. Depending on the situation, Leon and Ashley can cooperate to get past various obstacles. They use that term quite loosely. And you can use recovery items not only on Leon, but Ashley as well. That's right, Ashley has a health bar, and if she gets captured and taken off screen, or dies, then you game over, as if you had, had Leon die as well. She is a crutch, and it is really bad. Anyone who plays this game will tell you that probably the best segments of Resident Evil 4 are the ones that Ashley is not involved. She does get kidnapped story-wise a couple times, so you don't have to have her during everything, thankfully. And as far as I remember, there's no boss fight that she's involved in, thank the Lord. But you could probably guess just by that first cutscene alone that she's not exactly going to be a star player. One reason being, she can't climb down ladders. Every time you climb down a ladder, if Ashley has to follow you, you have to stand there and catch her because she jumps down the ladder like you do, instead of just climbing down it like any sane person would.
The girl.
Who are you?
If you must know, my name is Osmond Sadler, the master of this fine religious community.
What do you want?
To demonstrate to the whole world our astounding power, of course. No longer will the United States think they can police the world forever. So, we kidnapped the president's daughter in order to give her our power, and then send her back.
No. Leon, I think they shot something in my neck.
What did you do to her?
We just planted her a little gift. Oh, there's going to be one hell of a party when she returns home to her loving father. But before that, I thought I might bargain with the president for some donation. Believe it or not, it takes quite a lot of money to keep this church up and running.
Faith and money will lead you nowhere, Sadler.
Oh, I believe I forgot to tell you that we gave you the same gift.
When I was unconscious.
Oh, I truly hope you like our small but special contributions. When the eggs hatch, you will become my puppets. Involuntarily, you'll do as I say. I'll have total control over your minds. Don't you think this is a revolutionary way to promulgate one's faith?
Sounds more like an alien invasion if you ask me. You okay?
Leon, what's gonna happen to us?
Don't worry. We got into this mess, we can get out of it.
And there you go. That's the end of Chapter 2-1. Aside from the boss fight, it's pretty short considering, but that's the idea, is that both Ashley and Leon have had something injected into their neck that has caused eggs to go and grow in their body. And once they hatch, then they will basically be the same mindless zombies that you see that have been attacking us. So Chapter 2-1 down. Let's move on to the first level where we officially have to deal with Ashley, because, you know, she didn't really get into any perilous situations there, aside from the cutscene. So another thing about having Ashley in your party is this also, unfortunately, forces you to make a decision. Is now in getting the yellow herbs, you can also extend Ashley's health. So the question is, do you want to have Ashley have more hits that she can take, or do you want it to be Leon? And as somebody who's played the game through a couple times, I'm starting to see more and more that the answer is Leon. Not just because, you know, a skilled player could keep her safe, but also because she's in less danger. She's not always in a dangerous situation. Leon is much more often in one, so... As a result, I usually find it being Leon that I continue to upgrade his max health.
Follow me.
Must have knocked them all out with the carriage. That usually doesn't happen. Usually a couple of them survive. Oh well, works for me.
Wait.
Also, in case you were wondering, yes, you can damage Ashley with your own shots, and you can kill her with your own shots, so be careful in doing that. It's all blocked off, but I think I got everything here. I don't think there's any treasures out on the ocean. Or the lake, I should say. Haven't gone there yet. Okay, we're headed there. Ashley, I'd like you to meet my friend, the merchant. Also, don't attack the merchant. You can kill him, by the way, and if you kill him, he'll be gone for the rest of the game. So do not attack him.
Got some rare. What are you buying?
Ah, the Red 9. This is one of 2 guns in the game that people will recommend you use for your pistol. It will be either this or a weapon in Chapter 3 called the Black Star, I believe. Something like that. This one has higher damage overall, whereas the Black Star has higher firing speed, reload speed, and I think the capacities are roughly the same, but it's mostly in the firing and reload speeds. But if you want something with high damage for a pistol, this is a very good option for you. It also comes with the stock as well, which I would highly recommend because it is, well, it's for, you know, getting rid of some of the recoil, and the recoil is pretty bad on it. So if you plan on using it, I would recommend taking the stock as well.
Thank you. What are you selling? Is that... Come back anytime.
Alright, let's get out of here. More often than not, places you go back through, unless they're big open areas, will not have enemies respawned. But sometimes they will. The village is one example of that, so keep it in mind that you can't just keep running straight through every single area not expecting there to be anything. But boxes that respawn will also often have stuff in them again, so it does not hurt to crack them open a second time.
Wait.
What's up? Nothing like a little bit of strategy. Anybody else? You? That appears to be all of them. I'm going to leave Ash there for the time being and check through all the areas that initially had boxes when we first came here. If I remember right, you're going to want to keep your ammo especially high in this upcoming segment. I don't think I ever came in here initially because I didn't do the event with the chainsaw dude. Oh well. fair bit of money just then. Aw, the cows are gone. Alright, which way are we going here? We're going back up this way past the tower. But keep in mind now, aside from the enemy respawning, they've started to lay bear traps and the like down. Go ahead. Not who I was aiming for, but alright. Alright, if there's gonna be two of them, then I'm definitely not gonna feel bad about doing this. Anyway, as I was saying, there are more bear traps now, so you will have to watch out. I would recommend disarming them, not just because of Leon, but Ashley can also step in them as well. And she will do so quite a bit if you don't disarm them, so just get relatively close to them, look down when you're knifing, and then just knife them so you won't have to worry about them accidentally hitting her. I think we're good. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Surprisingly, she is smart enough to know at least how to open a door. But if you try to open something while she's really far behind, it'll say, I can't leave without Ashley. So keep that in mind. You will have to take her into other areas. You can also hide her in dumpsters like these, which is a lot more effective in the enemy not being able to find her. Sarah and the third party. The whereabouts of Sarah are still unknown. Most likely he's using a secret passage taught to him by his grandfather who used to hunt in this region long ago. Pretty certain he's hiding our property somewhere in the forest. If his grandfather was still alive, I would have used him to find Sarah, but how do you find about the egg injected into his body? And the fact he was able to remove it before it hatched is concerning. So apparently Luis had the eggs inside him as well, but has gotten rid of them. And the factor that concerns me is that Sarah escaped with our property before the American agent arrived. I don't believe that was just a coincidence. In order to settle the whole situation, we'll have to capture Sarah and wait for the effects of the drug to wear off before we inject him with another egg. Once this is done, whoever is behind all this will surface. Oh, hi. It appears the chickens are gone as well, so you're not going to be able to get the eggs. That's kind of a shame. I swear I remember something being back here. Yeah, back here. I forgot to pick this up the first time. And I believe it's always an incendiary grenade too, so it would have been nice to have it, but oh well. Can't win them all. Oh, hi. You can imagine if the bolt-action rifle is this useful, how useful the actual automatic rifle will be. Alright, with all that gone, I know there's a lot of bear traps inside this main building and just outside as well. Hi. Yep, there's a lot of them. You can also shoot these, but really, you probably don't want to waste the bullets. Hey! I was thinking those probably wouldn't get restocked, but I guess they did. That was quite nice of them. That is a box. More handgun ammo. Oh, hello. Nice. I'm pretty sure one fell down. Yep. 3 little zombos jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Poor thing. And if he presses E again, because that's the button that had her hide, you can call her out of her hiding spot. Getting rid of all these before. I'm going to disable these traps before you stupidly walk into them, Ashley. That's where I'm going. Jeez. Have a little faith in me, alright? Now let's get out of here. This is why you couldn't go this way before, by the way, because the door's locked on the other side, so occasionally you'll have to do this to send Ashley over to unlock it for you.
I opened it, Leon.
You know, if most of the time when you redo that, if you unlock the door, you just open it for them instead of saying, hey, the door's open.
Welcome.
Alright.
Got a selection of good. What are you
You don't have
selling?
anything new, it would appear.
Is that? Thank
And
you.
that's all I've got.
What are you buying? Come back any time.
Alright. That's going to be about as organized as I can keep it for now. Hey.
Leon, I have some bad news.
I'd rather not hear it.
Well, I'm afraid I have to tell you anyway. We lost contact with the chopper. Someone must have shot it down, though we can't determine who.
Great.
We're prepping another chopper for you. Meanwhile, I want you to head towards the extraction point.
Got it.
Well, that's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, it's a helicopter pilot in Resident Evil. Did you really expect him to survive? That's only happened like twice in the history of Resident Evil that the helicopter pilots actually survived.
What are you gonna do, Leon?
Hate to say it, but we're sandwiched all right. Quick, in that cabin!
Look out, he's got a pipe!
Leon!
Oh, hey, man.
Small world, eh? Well, I see that the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics, too.
How rude! And I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing. Who are you?
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Is she... well, you know.
Don't worry. She's cool.
Kind of. Not really. She's not cool at all, actually.
There's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway.
Look,
Ashley, upstairs.
Okay, it's game time.
Heck yeah, it's game time. So the first thing you want to do is push all these up against the windows. It'll help you stall slightly as you go around to pick up everything around the house. Which is something you want to do before this starts, not after. Yeah, there we go. I think... no, that's not everything. Didn't want to have to do this, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway.
Use this.
Oh, thanks.
Are you okay?
I've been better.
Are you okay?
Oh, it acted like I was completely out of shells. I'm not out of shells.
Leon, are you okay? Leon, are you okay? I owe you one, Leon.
Not really. You saved me like 3 times, so you really don't owe me anything.
Use this. Leon, upstairs.
So whenever he says to go upstairs, that would be a good time to do so. Ow.
Are you okay?
This is where I would heavily recommend the shotgun if you've got it, because it's just crowd control for the stairs. And if you've got enough time, then throw away the ladders as well so they can't actually ambush you as easily. They'll put them back up, yes, but it helps a lot. It's also worth noting if you shoot Luis enough times here, he will actually just straight up kill you, which is hilarious.
Use this. Leon, are you okay?
Yeah, I thought I had a chance to survive that since I was in the green, but no. That's what I get for taking that risk. Alright, same song, second verse. I need to watch cutscenes twice, so I'll just skip over them if that happens. And it will later on for sure, trust me. Let's head upstairs and get everything we can before we come back down. Let's not pick that up yet. I swear there was a yellow herb. Didn't I grab one? Yeah, here it is. There. I'll be right back, Luis. Just gotta go grab a grenade. Let's do that.
Use this.
Thanks. Don't worry, I'll save you.
Leon, are you okay?
Let's try an incendiary. Why not? Have fun, boys.
Leon, are you okay? Use this.
No, not the rifle. It's not any help here.
Upstairs. Leon, are you okay?
I think we got a better handle on it this time.
Use this.
Ow.
Leon, are you okay?
Been better.
Leon, are you okay?
That's not good. Alright, well, since I'm out of that... let's try a flash grenade. Nice. Might have been a waste of a grenade, but it stalled long enough for Luis to kill pretty much everything in the room. The power of the Red Nine.
Backing off.
So, what do we do now?
The bridge I crossed to get here's out. So I guess we have no choice but to keep moving.
I forgot something. You guys go on ahead.
Louis.
We'll catch up with him later. For now, that's the end of Chapter 2-2, and the first official death. I'm not going to count the one where I showed off that little trick. Rather unfortunate that it happened that early, but, you know, what are you going to do? I don't think Ashley can die in that section either. If you check the closet on the top floor, it'll be like, Ashley's hiding in here. You know, better not give her position away or something like that. So I don't think she can die in that segment. I'm pretty sure it's just only you or Luis could die. And once Luis, quote-unquote, dies, he just shoots you if he takes too much damage. Usually can hold his own pretty well, though, and he seemed to do such. So let's go to the final level of Chapter 2 and see what we got to deal with. Okay, first and foremost, did any of the stuff that the enemies dropped stay? Well, this did. Whee! Come on, Ashley, you can do it. So the answer appears to be some of it stayed. But not very much. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, but oh well. Since we never got to check around the sides of the area initially, that's what I'm just going to do now. Two routes. Just a while ago, I was informed by Lord Sadler that our men had shot down a U.S. military helicopter. There shouldn't be any more interference for a while. Unless the U.S. government determines who the traitor is, they can only initiate very small covert operations. They must use this time to their advantage to recapture the girl. They can get out of our territory using only one of two routes. That's where we'll stop, and we shall make use of our forces to the greatest degree. A large number of ganados in one of the routes to ensure they do not slip by us. The other one we'll leave the task to El Gigante, whichever route they take. The agent will never leave here alive, not with a girl at least. Take that and sell it. That's good. And that appears to be everything we're going to get before picking one of the two routes. Well, you know, we'll go ahead and buy and sell what needs to be sold before I fix everyone's OCD in that menu.
Welcome. Got some rare.
Hey, some new stuff. The Punisher. Yeah, you can officially buy this as a weapon now, rather than getting it from shooting the emblems. But since we're already using it, that doesn't really matter.
What are you buying? What are you selling? Is that come back anytime?
Alright, with that out of the way, there we go. Your OCD has been fixed. You're welcome. So the way that this works, as they mentioned in the letter, is there's one of two ways to pick here. You can either fight the large horde, which is this section right here, or you can fight El Gigante, which is right here. So taking the right path will be El Gigante, and taking the left, if you flip the map, based on how you're looking at it, taking the left would be the Horde of Ganado. Though if you want both treasures, you can actually go back and do both. So I'm going to start with the left. Because I think the Ganado Horde is easier than El Gigante because of that restricted area you have to fight him in. Let's do it. Ah, you missed. Excuse me, why couldn't I reload just then? That seems to be all of them for the time being. Alright. Sure to get every single Ganado possible before I hop down there. And you will see why shortly. That appears to be all of them. Surprise! It's a chainsaw woman, I guess. Make that 2. Alright, that did a lot of damage. Speaking of doing a lot of damage. Come on, reload. Dealing with the chainsaws is not a good time to be dragging your feet. Whoa, that could have been bad. No, don't kick the ladder down. Jump down there. Good lord. Nearly gave me a heart attack. Got the ruby. And the other one has the key out of here, I would presume. Yes, they do. Not gonna lie, that part where I almost got ran through the chainsaw twice in a row was a little frightening. Should celebrate my victory by missing repeatedly with a knife. Alright, now, if I remember right, if I could hit the right button, that would be a little bit more helpful. There we go. Alright, so the treasure here is kind of weird, because you would think, oh, it's the ruby that the chainsaw woman dropped. No, it's actually not. So what you need to do, and you don't need Ashley around while you're doing this, is the key goes in the center area, or to the center area. Right here. And no, you can't take the key from one area and bring it to the other one with El Gigante. I've tried. Doesn't work. That'd be cool if it did, though. This isn't the way with the treasure. This is just a tiny little area that's got a couple of things you can pick up. I'm not sure why it's even here. I'd say it'd be a good spot to hide Ashley, but you can't take her in this point until you've beaten every enemy in the area, so clearly that's not the case. Oh, right, I forgot there are more enemies in here. Get out of here. Alright, that evened the odds a little bit. Oh, come on. Away with you. Oh, for crying out loud, there's two of you, really? Alright, yeah, if there's three of you, then I'm definitely using a flash grenade. I know I killed one of them, but for crying out loud, man. 3 in a row. Thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, that's true. You can't stash her in a dumpster. That's where she is right now. She's like way back at the start of this area in a dumpster somewhere. Alright, now that all of that has been taken care of, the only thing left to do before going back the other pathway to get the stuff is to find where that secret is, and I always have the worst time remembering where this one is specifically. It's in a really strange spot. It's not there. Yeah, it must be after the door then. It's either before or after this door. It's not in there. I know it's not. Way to just waste that bullet. Maybe it is inside there, but I was almost certain it wasn't. Yeah, no, that's not it either. Am I just not remembering it right? Is it in here? Yeah, it is in here. Alright. There we go. It's one of the hardest treasures to figure out exactly where you need to go. Alright, so we're missing one more for that as well. So let's get out of here. And back to the intersection where you can pick which way you want to go. What kind of 19-year-old can't use a ladder? Ugh. Ugh. I do like how she gets kidnapped throughout the story multiple times, as if the game developers just, like, knew that she was a pain. And just said, hey, we know you don't really want to deal with Ashley from stage 2-1 onward. That would just cripple the gameplay experience, so we'll kidnap her a couple times so you can just play through stages by yourself and enjoy the game as it is. And that was something I would imagine that most of us will be forever grateful for.
Got some rare. What are you selling? Is that... Thank you. Come back anytime.
Alright. Now let's see if I can fight El Gigante with these resources. Oh, right, I was going to see if he had another first aid spray. Fighting El Gigante in a very enclosed area is not the most enjoyable thing in the world to do. At some point, he'll let you hold 2 at any given time, but no more. I guess it's the game's way of saying you can't just fill up on first aid sprays. Alright, I know you have to shoot this treasure down, and it's not for a little bit. Alright. I don't know what weapon I want to use here, to be honest with you.
Wait.
I've never found a good spot to keep Ashley in this section, so we'll just put her here. Hello, El Gigante. Oh, he went and attacked Ashley. Well, I'm just gonna let her die.
Oh, no.
Oh, Oh no, Ashley died. What a tragedy. The Kennedys are not used to dealing with such tragedies. He lied. I thought he appeared in front of you, not behind you. That was my mistake.
Leon!
I know! That was a bad idea. Stab him! Stab him in the arm! He won't mind. There's the treasure up there, but I'll deal with that after El Gigante is dead. Normally I'd attack him with a knife, and I tried to there, but after I ran up to him I realized it's probably better to just try to run past him. And somehow not pick up whatever that thing was. If I remember correctly, these are also pretty good on him. Or I could be full of it. I should have just thrown the flash grenade. I know the flash and the hand grenades work, but I'm not sure about the, or wasn't sure about the incendiaries. Now I know they don't work. Okay, what is this? Oh, that's the key. Oh, okay. Was not expecting that. Alright, I can't take another one of those hits or I'm dead. Or I could just get grabbed immediately. I'm not even gonna try. There's no way I can survive that. Alright then, I see how it is. Alright, knowing the incendiaries don't work is a good piece of advice, however, so we'll keep that in mind.
Leon!
Wouldn't it be great if I just missed and shot her in the head right then? Oh, you can't hit the rock. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, I'm gonna let myself die. Makes sense you couldn't, but still, good to know.
Leon!
Well, we should probably get out of here. I thought that might be enough, but I guess not. Let's try using the handgun. Now I'm curious to see if this will work better or not. I'm impressed that gamble worked. Oh, okay, they switched on me. That's good to know. It was X last time and it switched to C. Alright, let's get out of here. There's the key. And he's dead. Why dodge when you could just, you know, pull a Prometheus school of running away from things, even though here I guess you don't really have much of an option. Well, that was, messy. Needless to say, all that skill I showed in Chapter 1 has vanished completely with those deaths. Oh well. There's the purple gem, and since that is automatically the best one, because hello, it's purple, we shall complete the Elegant Mask. Elegant Mask with Rugup. And Rugup is what you'll say whenever you're about to get killed by El Gigante. So with that taken care of, both of those are completed. And we can continue on our merry adventure. Needless to say, would obviously recommend fighting the Ganado. The only reason you'd fight El Gigante instead is probably just for the gem. Because you need a ton of supplies to beat him.
Got a selection of good. What are you selling? Thank
And we
you.
can finally sell the Elegant Mask.
Thank you. Thank you. What are you buying?
Yes, now he'll let us buy 2. Of course it's after the fight. Thanks, game. Appreciate that. Alright. Ay, caramba. Let's see what all there is around here. I need to restock on supplies, something fierce after that. Oh, let me actually adjust my chair. Village's last defense. I clearly underestimated the American agent's capability. He's still alive. Wow, they wrote this pretty recently if I just got done doing that. I thought that we could wait until the egg hatched, but at this rate he could destroy the whole village before it does. We must take care of this nuisance. We shall change our priorities. For the time being, we will cease our hunt for Luis and ambush the 2 Americans. There's a building used to enlighten betrayers just beyond the point where you get off the lift. It's a perfect place for ambushing them. If all else fails, they would need to face me in order to get past the last gate that leads out of the village. For only before my sight will the gate open. I.e., your boss of Chapter 2. And not terrible on ammo, I guess. I'd like to have some flash grenades in case things went south, but that's not really an option right now. Oh, so that door over there across the way is the door you'd go through if you went through the Ganado path, which I did do, I just didn't actually open the door. Good to know. Well, nope, and I guess it's the only way out of the village. This light looks like it's some sort of retinal scanner. Impressive they installed that in an old wooden door, but, you know. Hey, there is one over here. Nice. Ah, it's just money. Oh well. You don't have to time this, by the way, for whatever reason. You can just get on it whenever. What's up? I like actually doing like a little fist pump whenever you knock somebody off. So I can show it again here. Did he just fall through the lift? Oh, whatever. He'll be fine. I think it automatically docks you. Am I correct? Yes, I am. Oh, thank goodness, a flash grenade. Oh, sure, take the door. Be that guy. Alright. Oh, that looked like an axe. I was like, can I take the axe? Nah, you can't. All you get is this wimpy little knife that's really not that great.
Wait.
I think there's some enemies in here if I remember right. Yep. Bye. Watching zombies die from explosions will never not be funny to me. Excuse me, language? How rude. Blood's still fresh. Was there some kind of ritual here? It's probably not important. What is important, though, is this. The yellow cat's eye, in case you thought, hey, shouldn't you have the Beerstein treasure by now? Yeah, probably should, and now you do. Interesting that they give you the mask first, and yet you complete, or you get the mask second, but you complete it first. There we go, we can sell that later on. I could go back and sell it now, but there's not like an immense need for cash for the time being. Grab those in a second.
Welcome.
What do you got for me?
What are you buying?
Nothing new.
What are you selling?
And then all I've got to sell you is this.
Thank you. Come back anytime. What are you selling?
Alright, what am I looking at here? Rifle's a bit low on ammo, but it's not the worst thing in the world right now, because it's not good for this boss fight at all, so I'm okay with that.
Follow me.
You can't leave Ashley behind. I can, and I want to, but apparently I'm not supposed to. Ashley? You coming? Thanks. Alright, are you ready for a boss fight? I know I'm not.
You better stay outside. Ashley, go hide.
Yeah.
Hi. You do a really good job at managing to grab Leon by the neck. You know that? That's like the third time you've managed to do that. I like how the buttons on the back of his shirt look like they had frowny faces. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting the left and right mouse buttons. I don't know why that looks so funny, but it did. Then again, I have a bad sense of humor, so... Well, not bad, but a morbid sense of humor, I suppose. Now that I'm expecting X and C, it'll probably be the triggers. Nope, we're good.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego means see you soon. That's, you just don't want to see him at all. Oh snap, yeah, well played. He's my favorite of the Rice Krispie characters. Mostly because his hair kind of looks like mine. Actually, no, I think it's Pop that has like the same haircut that I do. I don't remember. I just know it's not Crackle because that's like the blonde one that's got like the weird star-shaped hair. Oh, hi. Cannonball. Yeah, TMP ammo is not really helpful right now. I don't remember if there's a yellow herb in here or not. That's the problem. I know there's a red because I passed it earlier. I couldn't pick it up in time. I think I just went past a yellow one. Yep, there it is. let's go ahead and combine all that stuff. Alright. I saw an incendiary grenade there, but I was not about to go and get it at the time being. So the first stage of this fight honestly comes with the ability to balance between when you should drop down and when you should climb up. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Just don't get near him, really. If you're on the top floor, he'll try to knock you down, and if you're on the bottom floor, then he'll try to hit you for higher amounts of damage. Let's get into a relatively decent spot here. I thought I could get away from that. That'll learn him. That one singular bullet. Alright, that's phase one. He has now lost his legs. What? I wasn't down here? Fine, whatever. Ow. Okay, that hurt. I'm just gonna run away from you now. I don't remember how well staying on top does in this stage. I'm gonna just jump down out, don't mind me. Ow. Yeah. Oh, I was hoping I could do some kind of melee attack on him with a knife. Oh well. There we go. I'm surprised he didn't kill me. Usually he does. Mmm, delicious. There we go. Want to make sure I get that first, because I think this forces you to leave the area, so get anything you want before picking this up. Oh, never mind, it just opens that up. You got the false eye. So yeah, you can go around and grab anything else you want now. Which I think that's all I missed was the shotgun shells.
Are you okay, Leon?
Yeah, I'm fine. Kinda got beat up a little, but, you know, it happens. Occupational hazard and all that. I wonder where she actually hid in that section. I don't think there's like a dumpster or anything behind that section. She just hid behind a wall, I guess. She's about as effective as you would expect.
Welcome. Got a selection of what are you selling? Thank you. Come back anytime.
And at this point, I believe we're done with Chapter 2, because he's the boss. So I'm pretty sure we just take the eye to the scanner and we're done at that point. Save it for cutscene and the like. Yeah, you don't even have to fight the enemies on the way back here, it's just on the way down. I think, interestingly enough, if you go back down there, you actually have to fight the enemies again. Just kind of odd, but I could be wrong on that front. There's a lot of weird, like, little quirks with this game. Like, the first couple enemies you fight in the village, you can lure them all the way back to where the typewriter is, like the very first one in the game, and there's a certain boundary that they won't pass. After that, they'll just act like you're not even there, and they'll just be walking around. It's really strange. Hooray! We'll keep it in our pocket in case we find another door like that. I'll stick with pistol on this, I guess. Forget about this little section. Nice! One shot. I guess I have a tiny bit of skill when it comes to doing this game. Yeah, and there's gonna be a bunch of enemies down there, but I want the money first. You'll make it, Ashley. I believe in you. This is such a dumb idea. I want to see if it works. I have to know. I'll save you. I didn't think it would work, but it was worth trying. That'd been great if it had killed literally every enemy and Ashley had just escaped unharmed. Oh well. Oh, I have to shoot the driver again. Man, that one shot was so impressive. Now I gotta do it again, and I certainly will not manage to pull it off a second time. Oh, never mind. I guess I just am that good. He lied. Oh, that's right. That was another glitch with this one, too. Is the enemies will only spawn in whenever you aren't looking at the door, so you can just keep backing up. It's one of those assets that can only load in whenever the player vision is not looking at it, so you can just back up the wall. Or back up the hill, and they just won't ever spot you. Ooh, but I want that money. I didn't even see it there. I guess that's for doing the shooting the driver event.
Wait.
I was hoping they dropped more stuff. I was hoping the grenade would be a fair trade there. But I guess not. Check the truck. For the money or for something else? I guess it must have just been the money. It's one of those money drops that doesn't flash, so it's harder to notice it because you're so used to them flashing. To go back into LP mode for 5 seconds, depending on what color something is, will depend on what item type it is. So the blue is always money. White is, I think, ammo, but it's only the rifle ammo that does it. It's really weird. Red is normally ammo, and then green is healing. Also, that velvet blue, by the way, just those will take over what the spinels are for Area 2. Area 1 was the village, which you had for chapters 1 and 2. This is Castle, which you'll see for 3 and 4.
On the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
You take that one.
Okay.
You trust her to operate a crank? She can't climb down a ladder. Nice try, suckers.
Come on.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the end of 2-3. 5 deaths. Wow. Were all those to Gigante? I'm pretty sure they were. I know I didn't lose any on like the optional pathways because I didn't die to the chainsaws. So I'm pretty sure all those were Gigante. Oh no, because I died to the boss once. No, I don't. Did I die to the boss? I don't remember. Oh well. It's not important. What is important is we are done with chapter 2. And with that, we're at pretty much the 40% mark way through the game because you've got, this goes all the way up to 5. I don't believe there's a 5-3. I think it is only 5-2. So it's probably a little bit more than 40%. But the first 2 chapters are done. So that being said, let's save. And I'll show off the start for chapter 3. We'll watch it again next episode of this in a week from now. There may not even be. No, there's not. Okay, cool. Well, then as a little bonus secret for anybody who's watching, most people already know this. This is where I'll be picking up the majority of my weapons for the rest of the game.
Got some rare.
Because there's some good stuff in here. The attaché case L, the treasure map for the castle, which you definitely want. The Blacktail, that's what it's called. This thing is beautiful. The Broken Butterfly, which is a magnum, which is very good, but I believe there's a spot somewhere in the castle you can get one for free. So you may not necessarily want to buy it now. It'll probably depend on how much money I have after buying and upgrading this. The Riot Gun, which is a pump-action shotgun, which is okay, I think. I think I traded in for this once, and it was way better than the regular shotgun, but I don't remember offhand, so I might have to check that off screen. Semi-auto rifle, which is beautiful. The mine thrower, which I really never cared for. And then the scope for the semi-auto and the mine thrower. Regardless, we'll be seeing those all next time. So for now, let's head on back to the main menu. And we will find ourselves a raid target and see if somebody else is playing Resident Evil 4. Since the windows are weird on this, I actually have to open up Task Manager of all things to actually switch over to the intermission. There we go. It's so weird with that window. There's no way to like click out of that window. It's only for Resident Evil 4. You can't even hit like the little tab menu that pulls up the options on every computer. Very bizarre, but for whatever reason it does not work. Looks like Ashen's uploaded something. Very nice. Pause that and watch it later. I said I'll pause that and watch it later. Ashen's he basically reviews like really crappy foodstuffs and video games and looks at old games that are really terrible. If you've not subscribed to him on YouTube, would highly recommend him. Very sarcastic, and I appreciate that. Alright, let's see if anybody else is playing Resident Evil 4. Yeah, there's a couple people playing. Everybody else is like playing on high levels. Surviving? Nah. I like this guy. This is me, basically. My incapability to survive. That's kind of spoiler heavy where he is right now. Maybe we shouldn't do that. What this guy? How far is he? He's pretty far into professional new game. Oh god, why would you do this to yourself? Let this guy... everybody that's playing this is pretty far in. That's kind of a shame. Okay, he just started playing. That'll work. Looks like he's trying to snipe way early. That's back in 1-2.
Pittsmouth Roy, thank you very much for the host, you beautiful person. I appreciate it. We're trying to do a little bit of a program through here, and I don't know, I kind of suck at this game. I just completed it for the first time earlier today on normal. Goddamn, gotta try and help that inventory management. Let me on. Let's just have a sip of tea while it all breaks down. Let's go. Let's carry on because once more into the breach.
I like his beard. His beard is very awesome. Beard-mustache combo. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow for...
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Much love for you for stopping by and hosting, supporting the Resident Evil, and the young guys as well. Oh, fuck.
I wonder if I qualify as new streamer for adding
I don't know. Just be extremely nervous.
Alright. In the meantime, I will see you guys tomorrow for, now that I actually have my schedule up, the finale for Earthbound. Very nice. That'll be starting at 6. So I will see you guys then. Later.